First breaking at 5, a defender's investigation prompting a proposed new law dealing with spiked drinks. Our team started investigating after multiple reports of drinks drugged at Epicenter last year. We found there was no state law specifically addressing date rape in North Carolina. A few weeks later, our investigation led to a new state law to change that.
And breaking tonight, another piece of legislation filed hours ago. That new legislation would make it a felony to drug someone's drink regardless of whether the victim is sexually assaulted.
Defender Alex Shabbat is breaking these latest developments for us tonight. He is live at 5.
Alex, you've been talking to one of the victims who brought this issue to light.
That's right, Sarah, and you've probably heard about drinks being spiked, but we found that there is no clear law against it. Tonight, one woman, as you mentioned, calling for change.
Having a seizure, blacking out.
Leah McGurk describes it as a violent act.
Not having control of your own body.
Those are the symptoms she experienced after she says her drink was drugged at the Epicenter.
And knowing that you're at the mercy of anyone around you.
But McGurk, who was not sexually assaulted, told us when she went to report the crime, there was no clear category for it.
It leaves you in a gray area of the law, and you feel like there's no recourse to actually have this crime against you pursued.
This new bill would change that. It would make it a felony to drug someone's drink, regardless of whether the victim is sexually assaulted.
The reason why we got to this point was because you and Leah spread the word about it.
Last year, our defenders team uncovered loopholes in North Carolina law for date rape cases. Our investigation ultimately led to changes in the law, which included clearly defining the crime. Now, State Representative Chaz Beasley is proposing legislation to go a step further.
So that if someone is not sexually assaulted, but they're still drugged by using a spiked drink, then they would, in fact, have a separate standalone crime.
We also found cases were being prosecuted under another statute designed to include crimes like altering a child's Halloween candy. Under the new legislation, that statute expands to include tampering with beverages. Leah hopes it makes it easier for victims to report crimes and for law enforcement to track them.
Well, I hope that it clarifies statistics for the state so that we're able to see the prevalence of drug-facilitated crimes.
This would fall under the category of food and beverage drugging. So it would be much easier to track.
I hope this encourages victims to come forward and report their crimes and not be silent, because where there's darkness, that's where crime tends to harbor.
And Leah will be heading to Raleigh tomorrow to speak at a press conference about this legislation. That's at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We will be following this every step of the way. For now, I'm live in Charlotte. Alex Shabbat, NBC Charlotte.
Obviously, an important piece of legislation. Alex Shabbat looking out for you. Thank you, Alex.